Hello, my name is Sipi. Welcome to my garden. If you're like me, you like growing flowers and vegetables together. It's spring here in the UK and everything is starting to sprout out of the ground. As you can see, the peonies are starting to come out. I love peonies. I've got lots of them in the garden, and that's a euonymus. It's a little bush at the moment, but it grows quite tall. And those are leeks that I've got in the garden. And I planted some acer trees, Japanese acers. I just like the color that they bring in autumn. I've got lots of things growing in the backyard. Looking at plants makes me very happy. So I just wanted to share my garden with you and what I'm doing right now in spring. There I've got a rose. It's a climbing rose. I'm sure I planted it in the wrong position, but I just wanted to see how it's going to perform where it is, if I'm going to have a wall of roses. And those are my tomatoes. Hardening them for planting later when the frost is gone. And I'm growing garlic as well, as you can see. That's garlic in and amongst the flowers. Those are peonies and some ornamental grass, thyme, hydrangeas. I like those hydrangeas, and that's Japanese acer, the red one, Acer palmatum. They don't grow too tall, it's a bush. And these are my courgettes. I like courgette, so I started it from seed, and it's been growing on the windowsill together with some kale over there. Got 2 types of kale and some basil, because I cook a lot of spaghetti bolognese, so it would be nice to use some of my ingredients from the garden for that. And just seeing these plants coming up in spring and growing, it just brings good cheer to the heart. It makes me happy. So that's why I do it. And I'm also growing some sweet corn. I like sweet corn. Tastes even better when you grow it yourself. And I use a lot of onions for cooking. Those are my onion seedlings. I've got some that I started from set that I put in the ground in February, but they normally bolt. So I was watching someone on YouTube saying when you grow them from seed, they don't bolt. These are my 2 dahlias. I love dahlias. Got lots of them growing in the garden. That's a camellia plant that I put in the ground recently, and some, I think it's called Siberian iris. I'll have to look it up again if I got it wrong. Yeah, I do have a lot of wood chip covering the flower and veggie beds because we do get a lot of weeds. We live next to a field, so I don't want to spend most of my time weeding in the garden. I want to spend my time growing things instead and seeing them flourishing. So I just like to come out here and stare at the plants, watch them, listen to the bird song and sounds. That comfrey is becoming like a weed, so I need to dig it up. That's why I've put those sticks there. But as you can see, my planting is mixed vegetables and flowers grow all together in the same place. I think it looks beautiful to me. So this is my garlic. I put it in the ground in February again. I was a bit late this year putting the garlic in the ground. I normally start planting it in autumn, but yeah, we've had a few cold spells since February, so I'm hoping that it will flourish regardless. Got some fruit trees as well growing in the garden, and I like this part the most, especially in spring. I call this my spring flower bed. Smells divine. I'm an amateur gardener, so if my planting doesn't looks chaotic, well, I'm not an expert, but I do like the colors that I see, especially in spring when we've been indoors for such a long time and it's cold. Just seeing all these flowers coming out, it just makes me happy. And this is my magnolia tree. More peonies, rhubarb, lovage, lots of tulips. Yeah, and I'm growing some onions as well. I do use a lot of onions for cooking, and I've been growing onions now for like 7-8 years, so if you grow them yourself, they taste even better. They're better than what you get from the supermarket. And I'm growing them next to the apricot tree. It didn't do very well last spring in fact, because it normally blossoms in spring, and it had very tiny fruit. It produced very tiny fruit from producing big fruit over the years, so I really pruned it. I pruned it hard. Anyway, I'll leave you with a few shots of the flowers in the garden, what they will look like when they start flowering in summer. Peonies, roses, it will be beautiful. Please comment, like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.